Hi there, my name's Ben, my wife's name is Nancy, and we have a van for sale. This is not the van that's for sale, this is my new van. And I've had it for a couple years now, but have hardly driven it. Why? Because, well, my old van, if you talk to anybody that knows me, it's been just such a great vehicle all these years. And let's have a look. It's been about 3 weeks, 4 weeks that it's been parked, and let's just get a shot showing that, you know, it's not perfect. You're seeing a little bit of rust, you know, on the bumper. You've got a little dent right there. But let's just have a quick shot here showing the side. You know, you got a little rust here. First thing I want to do is talk about things that need doing or working on. Okay, you'll see there's some rust on the front bumper. Okay, but you know, it's what you'd expect for an 89. By the way, yes, it's an 89. So let's talk about things that need work first of all. Anybody that buys this vehicle, I don't think I'd be willing to sell it unless whoever buys it gets their own mechanic to inspect it. You can also talk to my mechanic, Jerry. Jerry and Andrew, there's three of them, Jerry, Andrew, and Mark. They've been working on the vehicle almost since I've had it. And how long have I had it? I got it in 91, so I bought it when it was 2 years old with 10,000 kilometers on it. So, what needs fixing? Steering box is the main thing that needs fixing. The steering box is $750 if you get Jerry or Andrew to do it. If you're a do-it-yourself kind of person, I'm sure it would be a whole lot less than that. The brakes don't need doing right now, but they will need doing, I'm guessing, within the next 6 months. Sorry, that's the rear brakes. The front brakes are fine, according to Jerry. Parking brake has not worked for about 10 years. Whenever I park on a hill, I just turn the tires facing in towards the curb. And I'm never worried about the parking brake, but it is something that if you want repaired, that would be on the list. And the last thing is the links on the shifter going from park to reverse or drive. You could just go without having to crank and go down, and I haven't had a problem with it. It's not like, you know, you're driving and you hit it into reverse by accident and the thing's going to suddenly start skidding backwards. It doesn't do that, it just carries on. So it hasn't been an issue, but if you wanted it done, that's something else to consider. So other than that, like I said, it's been serviced like clockwork ever since I've had it. Oil change records, Jerry has all of that, it's on his computer. And mileage, the mileage is indicating 70 some odd thousand kilometers. That's not 170, it's at 270. So it's gone around twice. And what else here? The best thing about the van is everything other than what I mentioned. Mechanically, it doesn't burn any oil. I give it a quart every 1,200 kilometers. The oil's changed every 5,000. The tranny, everything works on it, believe it or not. The wipers, the lights, every door handle, window, lock. The radio, it's got a AM/FM cassette. CD player, I don't know if that'll go with the unit, but it's got an under-the-seat 5-player CD player. I doubt you'd want that. You'll probably use an MP3. So let's go on inside. I'm just checking my list to make sure I've got everything concerning the mechanical end of it. Oh yeah, it does have a tow hitch, and the tow hitch was used for 1 month in California. We towed a super light trailer. It's a pop-up trailer actually. And other than that, we've used the tow hitch for our bike rack. The bike rack we might sell with the unit. We might want to keep it. I guess that would be negotiable. But it does have the tow hitch with all the braking stuff, everything you'd expect from a proper tow hitch. So, enough chit-chat, let's go on inside. Tires, you can see that they're not new, but there's plenty of tread on them to last, well, last the summer, last the fall. I don't know if you want to go up to Mount Washington with them, but actually this one has a lot more tread. Yeah, that's right, the back tires, I've got the receipt, and there's about a 1/4 inch. From my finger going down to that tread, there's about a 1/4 inch. So the back tires are newer than the fronts. Okay, so going inside, come on in. So first thing you'll notice is there's no dog smell, there's no smoke smell, and it doesn't smell all musty. First thing I want to draw your attention to is the mahogany paneling. So this is something very unique. The van was custom built by my brother-in-law's brother, Walter. And this is something you just won't find in vans that come from the factory. Okay, vans that come from the factory have other advantages, maybe the layout. But, you know, something like this cabinet work, you're just not going to find this. This is, you know, look at the construction there. It's certainly not, you know, cardboard construction. Okay, so I should have made the bed, but a little messy, but you get the picture. So this is 6 inches of not the best foam money can buy, because the best foam in my opinion would be latex, but this foam is super comfortable, and if you lie on it, you'll notice there's no indent in it. It springs like right back. It's not memory foam, but I'm very picky about where I buy my foam. And this particular foam is from Washington State. So the bed is super comfortable, and this bed's made for one person. I sleep crossways on it. So, you know, for a small person like me, I'm almost 5'7", plenty of room if you're sleeping across. Now, for somebody bigger buying this unit, what I would suggest, one of two things. This cupboard coming out, and the bed being extended right down here. I don't know if we're getting all this on the video, but imagine a piece of plywood that you could just stick in. All this would be flat here. All of this would be out, and you would just insert a piece of plywood, would come out to about here, boom, you'd put in a short piece of foam, and you'd have well over 6 feet going this way. So, you know, you could have a taller person going this way, don't know if we're getting that, and a shorter person, okay, going this way. You could actually sleep two there. So there's other options going this way, but if you want to come and see it, we'll talk about another option for a tall person going this way. You've got a shelf here that can come out. There's only a couple screws holding that in. One of the greatest things about this van is in the summertime, it's so cool in here because it's so well insulated. And you've got the 2 sliding windows and the roof vent. So even with direct sunlight right on the unit, it just stays incredibly cool. And in the winter, vice versa, it stays nice and warm because it's well insulated. The furnace used to be, sorry, I was going to draw your attention here. The furnace used to be right here until Chloe joined us. Chloe's now 17. We took the furnace out and put the third seat in. This is easily removable. And for heat, this thing throws amazing heat. In the wintertime, this is on for 2 minutes, and it just heats everything right up. It's just on propane. This is not a fridge. This is an ice box. And we just throw a block of ice in there. It lasts for 2 days. This is where the propane tank goes. This is where the toilet was till it died about 4 years ago. That's what that connection is for. And if you wanted to, you know, have a toilet reinstalled, that would be an option. It's all plumbed for it. There's a demand water system. The water pump was replaced about 4 years ago, so it's all in good shape. This door is sitting in the shed behind us. I was monkeying around with it, trying to adjust it to get it trued up, and I still haven't got it back on. For dog owners, this is really ideal because, well, you know, our dogs know the routine, so we don't use this much. It's kind of dusted in. But, you know, if you wanted to keep a dog contained there, that just slides right in, and it's got the proper venting. So obviously this would not be for a German Shepherd or huge dog, but if you have a mid-sized dog, our dogs are about 50 pounds. They just chill in there. And so that, you know, all that room under the bed is for them. 20-gallon water tank is on this side. And let me just check my cheat sheet, make sure we're getting everything. It has an outdoor shower. Hasn't been used in years, but basically the trap door flips up and you got hot and cold. The hot water tank, we should go outside once again. The hot water tank is right here. And it busted about 15 years ago, and we never bothered to fix it. We just found we didn't use the hot water that much. You can plug in when you go to any campground. This is about 15 feet. You could add an extension cord to it if you want. Then of course you can plug any appliances in when you're in the vehicle. I don't know if you caught the power outlet. It's just right around the corner. Okay, power outlet here. I'll come on back. So it's right here. Receptacle. Okay, the three seats do have seat belts. And one thing I want to draw your attention to, these seats are not in perfect condition. You'll see the odd rip in them. But you know, if you slapped a set of seat covers on there, these seats are incredible. They're really one of my favorite features about the van. My new van, I can't stand the seats. They're factory seats. You know, I was driving around town for a couple hours yesterday and my back was just feeling it because that's how bad the seats are. These seats incline right back, and on a long road trip, can you imagine just chilling with your feet up on the dash? It's a thing of beauty. So these are out of a Peugeot, French car, and in my opinion they're one of the widest seats available and the most comfortable. And I had considered taking them out of this vehicle and putting them in my new one. That's how much I like them. This one was reupholstered about 10 years ago. You can see the fabric is newer looking than the passenger seat, but it's still needing some work here on the side. So I think we got the upper cupboard, lots of storage room. You know, between this cupboard, I don't know if you can see that, it's going to be a little dark. Between this cupboard, you've got small cupboards on either side, right here. Okay, you've got your two main cupboards here, which give you a ton of space. All the bedding is what usually goes in here. And then you've got up here, and if you don't have dogs, you've got a ton of room under the bed for storage. So I think that's it. Yeah, my wife asked me a couple years ago to get a newer vehicle. She said, you know, this is getting old now and safety, and I was like, okay, I'll get a new one. So I did. And you know, as mentioned, I hardly driven my new one in the past 2 years since I've owned it. So mileage, asking price. Haven't quite decided, but when you check out the ad on Used Victoria, it'll be there. And I believe that's it. So looking forward to hearing from you, and over and out.